Hey, it's Lisa, and I'm having a last-minute dinner party, so I wanted to come up with a quick dessert to try for this. And I've had this recipe for a while. I haven't made it yet. It's called Pumpkin Crunch, and it seems like it's really quick, simple to put together, so we're going to try it today. The ingredients that you need are 2 cups of pumpkin, 1 cup of sugar, 1 tablespoon of pumpkin pie spice, and 1/2 tablespoon of cinnamon, 3 eggs, 1 12-ounce can of evaporated milk. And then the topping for this is made from 1 box of yellow cake mix, 1 stick of melted butter, and 1 cup of chopped nuts. First thing I'm going to do is mix all of these ingredients together: the sugar, pumpkin, eggs, the pumpkin pie spice and cinnamon, and the evaporated milk. All of it gets mixed together in a bowl. Once all of the ingredients have been mixed together, you're going to put it in the pan that you're going to bake it in. You can bake this in a 9 by 13 inch pan, but I'm going to bake them in individual serving cups instead. I poured the batter into the dishes. Before you cook it, and whether it's in individual dishes or if you put it in a 9 by 13 pan, make sure that you do grease the pan. And I got 6 servings. They're kind of big though. The next step is I'm going to just take the cake mix, the box cake mix, and just put it on top. Cover the top completely. You're not adding anything to it. It is just the cake mix. I added the cake mix to the top of each. I'd say I have about 1/4 of the bag of cake mix still left. I don't know if that's because I chose to use these containers rather than the 9 by 13 and that would have held a little bit more. Or if I'm really supposed to put a lot on here, I'm not sure. I don't want it to be too powdery in the end. So I put what I felt was the right amount on the top to basically fill up the rest of the containers. The final step is to sprinkle the nuts on top and then finally drizzle it with butter. You can use pecans. I'm using walnuts because that's what I have on hand, but I think pecans would work really nice with this as well. I added the cup of nuts and I drizzled the butter over the top of each, and it's going to go in the oven at 350 degrees. If you're using a 9 by 13 pan, it should cook for about an hour. Since these are smaller, they're going to cook for probably about 45 minutes or so. So it just came out of the oven. It's still way too hot to try, but the top is nice and brown. They're actually really huge, so I think it's maybe a better idea to use slightly smaller containers next time, but we'll see. Alright, so it's been out of the oven for about an hour, and Sean is going to do a taste test. He added whipped cream to it.
That's right. That's pretty good. It's still hot though.
What does it taste like?
It kind of tastes like that strudel thing that we made. You know, the pumpkin strudel cake. But it is really good. Okay, definitely keep the whipped cream on it because that makes it even better. But it's nice and moist down here. You can see this. I think it needs to sit for a little bit longer though because it's still kind of hot.
I don't think it was filming.
I don't know if he likes it. Is that good?
Good. Check your rattle if it's good.
Some more? First bite sometimes weird, huh?
I shouldn't say that.
You can't even you just put it up in your mouth, don't you? La 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 la. Make the tongue going in and out.
It's been about 24 hours since I made the pumpkin crunch, and I tried it again the next day, and I have to say that I definitely like it better the next day. Wasn't a huge fan when it was warm, but I don't like warm pumpkin pie. So I guess if you like warm pumpkin pie, you'd probably like it when it first comes out of the oven. If you're not a fan, then you're definitely going to want to make this a day ahead of time and let it get cold. The bottom part is just like a pumpkin pie, and the top part is just really crunchy. Also, it's important that you make sure that you get the butter over all of the cake batter, because there were some areas on some of them that were still a little bit of powdery around the edges, so you really have to make sure that the butter covers all of it before it goes into the oven. So it's a good recipe. I definitely think it's better the next day though.
Oh, yeah. Did he just punch you in the face?
Yes.
He just wanted to use his fist and punch him?
Watch it for the left.
Oh.
Okay.
Boy, this looks really great. I don't know. Let's see what it tastes like here. Oh. I think I went to heaven. Unbelievable. This is really, really good, Lise. Yeah,